90,000 factories, goods worth £26,000 million, 8 million jobs. That's Britain's manufacturing industry, main source of the nation's wealth. Large firms and small, some efficient, profitable, others less efficient, less profitable than they could be. Where does your firm stand? Could numerical control help you to reduce production costs on single components and small batch quantities? Could throwaway tip tools reduce your machining costs? The cost of machining this gear blank was cut from 19 6 to 4 3. A simple change, but it saved the firm £5,000 a year. Would program sequence control increase your machine utilization? Can your firm afford to ignore such opportunities, either to make more efficient use of existing techniques and equipment, or to introduce new developments? The Production Engineering Advisory Service has been established to help you to exploit these opportunities in your particular circumstances. Financed by the Ministry of Technology and operated by the Production Engineering Research Association, the service is supported by PERA's 600 staff and extensive physical resources. Research results and recommendations. Information services, including Europe's largest production engineering library, together with the unique experience of industry's needs that comes from helping all sizes of firm to raise productivity. Through its mobile units, the service brings this experience to you on your own premises, completely free of charge. To obtain assistance, write or telephone PERA. A specially trained advisor will call to discuss exactly how the service can best help you. He will arrange a visit from a mobile unit and help you to plan a program of lectures, films and discussions to suit the special needs of your firm. Groups of your staff visit the unit for about an hour at a time. Subjects range from improved metal cutting or metal forming techniques to value engineering and work study. From subjects intended for shop floor personnel to those of interest mainly to management. Points of special importance to your firm can be discussed in detail. The mobile unit engineer will advise you which techniques will give you the highest return and exactly what you'll have to do to apply them successfully.
Good morning, gentlemen. This session is going to be about cold forming. Earlier I was around the factory with Mr. Green and saw a number of components that looked particularly suitable for cold forming. The best way to introduce the subject is to look at the film. It explains the basic technique and shows how a number of firms have used cold forming to reduce production costs.
Cold forming. Today, this is a well-established technique which can save material and machining operations, as it has done for many firms ever since this process for forming metal without heat was developed. There are two fundamental methods of cold forming. Forward extrusion, where the metal flows in front of the punch, and backward extrusion.
In the demonstration trailer, you'll be able to study for yourself tools and sample components produced by new or improved techniques. Free information leaflets summarize essential information, research results, and examples of the productivity gains achieved by other firms. They contain financial and practical data to help you to decide what steps to take to raise productivity. But the service does more than make your company aware of the benefits of new methods. The engineer will advise you on the direct assistance which is provided by experienced production advisors. Their job is to formulate recommendations that will improve machine and labor utilization and eliminate waste at every stage of production. A production advisor will help you, for example, to apply aids to low-cost automation and so achieve in batch production benefits normally obtained only through full automation. Or to introduce value engineering. Initially a sand casting, this manifold needed expensive finishing operations. Value engineering cut manufacturing costs and improved the product by substituting a pressure die casting. Even though additional screwing and bonding were necessary, costs were reduced by 10 shillings a component. Part of the cost of advisory projects is paid by the Ministry of Technology. A mobile research applications unit is also available to bring the benefits of production research straight to the factory floor. The unit provides convincing proof of the advantages of a technique and what needs to be done to introduce it successfully in your factory. Let's have a look at firms who have already benefited from the service. Companies like this one, for example, medium-sized, producing capital equipment. Following a visit from a mobile demonstration unit, they decided to apply techniques discussed during the sessions. Throwaway tip milling cutters replaced the inserted tip type, previously used on this component, a side stay for a drying machine. The benefits of throwaway tip tooling were immediately apparent. Speeds and feeds were increased, cutting machining time by 40%. And of course, tool costs were reduced. In another operation, throwaway tips cut machining costs by 30%. Finish is better, and again, tool grinding has been eliminated. The mobile unit visit also resulted in substantial savings in drilling costs. The firm invested in a drill point grinder. Now, drills are ground to suit the material being machined. Drills last longer, hole accuracy is improved, and rates of production are higher. Hole accuracy and surface finish were problems when these bushes were machined with conventional reamers. When Pura reamers were introduced, reaming times were cut by 60%. Accuracy has greatly improved, and surface finish is excellent. Simple changes that add up to worthwhile savings, although batch sizes are small and production mixed. Value engineering was the key to a dramatic reduction in costs for this firm. A machine tool gearbox was chosen for study because the cost seemed high for the function it performed. Under the guidance of the production advisor, the firm's value engineering team set out to reduce manufacturing costs. Design and function, methods of manufacture, materials, all were examined critically. What does it do? How much does it cost? Can it be made for less? Need it be made at all? Every component was subjected to this systematic analysis, each member of the team contributing his own special knowledge. The study revealed that simple changes in design would reduce production costs by 46%. Savings in the first year were over £6,000. The response ratio, that is the net economic gain divided by the cost of the project, was 30-1. Estimated response ratios for assignments already completed by the service average 40-1. At this press working firm, a mobile unit lecture stimulated interest in low-cost automation. Previously on this machine, one girl fed the strip while a second removed the scrap. After attending low-cost automation sessions, the production manager realized there was room for improvement. Now, an air cylinder ejects the scrap. The guard has been removed to show the operation more clearly. This device cost only £30, but has cut the cost of the operation by 30%. Because the quantities produced are small, this setup is used for only 2 days a month. Even so, the response ratio is 3-1. Can your firm afford to ignore such opportunities? As production technology advances, there is always the risk of falling behind competitors. The Production Engineering Advisory Service can be your link with progress. To engineering firms throughout Britain, this link is on its way.